What's up, everybody? It's GhostRobo, and welcome to Call of Duty World War II. I walked into my first appointment of E3 2017 pretty nervous. Didn't know how it was going to be, didn't know how it was going to feel, didn't know what I would think, and I was freaking blown away. This mode right here, War, is one of the most fun things I have done in a multiplayer first-person shooter. It is such a great mode, and I think thus far, and based on everything I know from E3, it is going to be the best mode of 2017. It is such a smart mixture of what Call of Duty does well, what Battlefield does well, what Overwatch does well, and it is freaking fun. The game itself controls great, it looks great, it sounds great. Such a fantastic return to boots on the ground gameplay, and they delivered an awesome iteration of World War II and its weaponry. But let's talk about War a little bit. This is all my own footage. I got to record it at the Activision booth there at E3 bright and early, day one. And War is, they kind of describe it as a narrative-driven, objective-based mode. And what makes this stand out to me is the fact that you're not just pushing point after point. It's not just like about capture the point, then go to the next point, capture the next point. It's narrative-driven in, big theaters of World War II. And what they mean by narrative-driven is that the objectives sort of follow some sort of plot line. So in this one right here, I'm currently defending this mansion, but the attackers, what their goal is to attack the mansion, take the mansion, then build a bridge to cross a gap, then plant a bomb and defend that bomb until it blows, and then unleash a tank and escort that tank deep into enemy quarters to destroy an anti-air gun. So it's all with a purpose, right? It's like a story or a narrative-based objective mode, and it's really freaking fun because there's variety in what you're doing, and it legitimately gave it a sense of battle and a sense of, you're actually fighting for a purpose besides just like, hey, get the high score, hey, reach 75 kills, hey, capture the flags and the point. Like, it gave it a much more of a feel of like, I'm actually part of this bigger battle. And they removed score streaks, so that was not in it at all, and I think it was a smart choice. It kept things much more grounded. It kept things all about your team pushing against the other team. Right now we're doing quite a great job of defending the command post. This mansion here is not going to get messed with at all. We are the Axis right now, I believe, and getting assaulted by the Allies. And we got dudes coming in from all angles. I really love the feel of the guns. We'll talk more about that in the new class system in another video. Today I just wanted to focus on the fun of this mode and just how well designed the map was. Some great alleyways, some great assault points, some great entry points. Multiple ways that you can enter the building, multiple ways that you can attack and defend, and it gets even better once I go on the attack. So you know what, let's go on the attack right now. Enough defending, let's take things to the Allies' side.
Our mission is to destroy a battery of AA guns that's shooting down our bombers, but we have to push through enemy territory and take out those guns before Kraut reinforcements arrive.
Alright, baby. They're ready to go, and see, there's even more of a little cinematic flair when you start things off. I think they did a really great job, and it does seem to borrow elements from the biggest shooters and then pair it with Call of Duty's excellent control, Call of Duty's excellent gameplay, Call of Duty's excellent style. And frankly, like, this mode and the entire game, it's the best it's been in years. I love it, and I think that everybody is going to be so glad for Return to Form. It seems like Sledgehammer just killed it, just like we killed that guy. Snipe City, right out of your pretty mansion. We are going to assault this command post, capture it, and move on to the bridge. We actually, if I would have let that footage run, we actually shut them down right after the mansion. But I didn't want to spoil the second phase of this this map without, I wanted you guys to see it just once because it'll be more exciting that way. Anyhow, I'm really pumped to see what other maps they have and what other sort of narratives they create, because I think different ones like this on different maps, different scenarios, if they're made as well and executed as well as this one, are going to be so much fun. And of course you have the traditional modes. You got your team deathmatch, you have your domination, you have all that stuff. But I feel like this new war mode is going to be something that entices players to really be a part of something bigger than just a KDR. And that's what I liked about this mode. The focus is not on your individual statistics. The focus is on your team pushing and your team capturing, or your team defending, your team repelling. And it seemed like something super cool that you could communicate with your friends and be like, hey, okay, let's both attack from this point, or okay, we're gonna split up so that their snipers focus on you, and then I should be able to sneak in and get underneath. You'll see later there's some really interesting scenarios, and I felt like it was really enhanced by the fact that the map was varied, and the environment as you move through the different objectives has a lot of diversity, and so your strategies and your tactics need to change as you go. So we're gonna advance the bridge, get a kill there. I love the sound of the reload on this gun. Very, very nice. This is basically the assault class. They have made adjustments to the creative class. They're called divisions now. Like I said, we'll talk about that more later. But I love that sound, and in general, this is just a boom, oomph of a game, audio-wise. And visually, it looked really impressive as well. So, we were playing on PlayStation 4, of course, since that's where the partnership is. I don't think they were pros. I think it was just PS4s, as far as I know. But man, this game is going to look good on stuff like PS4 Pro, Xbox One. Heck, it looked good just on regular. Alright, so we got dudes up in the windows, and now they're defending this bridge. And this is possibly the trickiest one of all. Because what you got to do is you got to get to the edge of the bridge, and you got to stay there and basically hold that point to build the bridge. Now, there's no like specific class that can build. Everyone can build. You just have to have people there. And I shooting poorly, missing that guy. Ignore some of the bad gameplay. This is the first time I played it. I'm not like phenomenal in any way at Call of Duty. Not even great. Not even good for the most part. But I had so much freaking fun. I think I ended up doing pretty darn well. Grab that guy. I like how I'm kind of like in this ravine here between the two sides. Now, I think you can build different barriers. Later on in the video, you'll see me actually build a wall, which is pretty cool. So this building on the bridge is being constructed now, and there's a lot of building. It almost incorporates some of those like zombie type elements of like preparing and building, which is pretty darn cool. So we're at 50%. And what's interesting also is because the objectives are different, the way in which you complete them obviously is different, and then the way in which the defenders can fight back is different. So later on you'll see, like right now, you know, it's just it's a progress meter. They can't undo the bridge, I don't think. But later on, you'll see when I'm moving the tank, they can push back the tank, and they can reduce your percentage of completion, which is really awesome that there is, you know, honestly, it also reminds me of, if you guys ever played Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, the big mode in that game, or Garden Warfare 2, the big mode in that game where you have different objectives, like take this point, take this, do this, and then at the end you had like a big objective. It kind of is similar to that, just very grounded in World War II, so I think it's going to have even more appeal than the awesome mode in PvZ, although I do love PvZ, and I am a huge fan of those shooters. So we're going to try and get through the smoke here, actually use the smoke as cover, hang out on this bridge, and see if we can go prone. Maybe buy some time for people to get over here. He's going to work building the bridge. Alright. Crawling up there. Oh, that guy got boomed in the head. And we are just going to chill and look and see who's up there and instantly get picked off. That's why the bridge is super, super tricky. And that's why we were able to hold them when I was defending on the bridge. Because that is where it just requires, you know, a lot of smoke grenades, they told us. And I guess we completed it. Some very brave, daring souls that are going to go prone and crawl to the edge and push forwards. The bridge is built. There's a lot of errant bullets, so we're going to chill for a second here. And we're moving forward our tank. And again, the goal is to get this thing back to their anti-air and take it out. But it's not time to escort the tank yet. The tank is going to come in and provide some supporting fire and help out a bit. But it's not ready to be the main attraction. Freaking love this. I want to go play it again. The lines are insanity through this year. As many of you know, they let 15,000 public in this year, and the lines were freaking insane. But I feel like this mode is worth it. It is so fun. I can't wait for the beta. Super, super pumped. Like, and normally I'm like, oh, Call of Duty, I'll check it out. I play it for like 3-4 hours. I play the single player, and I'm like, okay, done. This year, I can foresee myself being back in like the Black Ops era and just pouring time into it because it's so fun, and they have innovated on something. They've created a beautiful blend, a smoothie of game modes here, which I really appreciate, because I'm not like in love with Call of Duty. I'm not like in love with Battlefield. I'm not in love with Overwatch, but I do like elements of them. And War, why I'm you know, going on the limb and crowning it the best mode of 2017 is because it takes elements from all and incorporates them in what feels like a polished and effective fashion. Now, of course, we got to see other maps But if that was a nice grenade kill. If they're anywhere near as awesome as this one, I think this is going to be where I spend most of my time, because these modes are so fun. And I love that it's team focused. I love that, you know, your KDR isn't as important. I love that there's not even as much focus there. I built that wall. Maybe not the best spot to build a wall, but it is cool that you can build that to defend these zones. So ideally, you'd build the walls at the front, north of the bomb placement, and that would help you kind of hold them off. So many smoke grenades. It's real hard to see when you got that going on. So our wall is still there, which is awesome. We could build another barrier there, but then we block ourselves in. Don't want to do that. Alright. Protect the bomb. Watch out, watch out. Alright, we got grenades coming in, trying to get a headshot over the sandbags there. We got gas. There we go, grabbing the kill. Bomb blows, and now we have to rally the tank and move this tank, escort it back into the farthest reaches of their base. So we've completed 3 objectives, captured the house, built the bridge, and detonated the bomb. So now we can push our tank all the way to the end. And you'll see there's different levels. Again, this is where it is a lot like PvZ. You advance it, and they can push it back and forth within that range. So we're looking to advance, and basically we just have to go be by it, kind of like escorting a payload in Overwatch or whatnot. But there are a lot of enemies, and they can kind of just camp out. They know exactly what you're doing, where you're going, and this was tricky here. This was where coordination between our teammates, having, you know, a little bit of, that was a bad death. Ugh, I wanted that one back. A little bit of coordination between your teammates over voice chat or something would have made this so much more, like, organized, right? We would have known where people were going, what we were doing, what kind of push we were going to make, how we were going to get near the tank. No push. We're doing an okay job. It's being escorted now. 40% it's holding. I believe it can be forced back to that first little white line there, but we're going to try and take some of these guys out from afar. Getting some assists, that's good. Again, no score streaks. You're not getting recon. You're not getting airstrikes. None of that going down in war. Getting some kills. Going invisible. We've reached 59, almost 60%. We can cross that next threshold. Alright. This is getting scary. 59 and counting. A lot of death happening. This was just like the craziest mass chaos point because everyone's rushing and running to try and help support that tank, but they're just waiting. They got you lined up like ducks in a row, and they are just making sure you never quack again. But we crossed 68%, 69, 70%, so it looks like we at least have reached that third segment, so we won't really have to worry so much about it getting pushed back too far. We just got to get it to the church. There you go. You can see they walked it back to 65%, 64%. If we're not there to escort it, if we're not there to challenge and contest them, it will get rolled back to 60%. Oh, even below 59. Wow. Can it? Maybe it can retreat beyond those segments. That's interesting. Popping some bullets in there, grabbing an assist. Got some grenades. We got to dodge, and then we got to go escort. It's back to 73. We only have 85 seconds to go, though. Now the clock is against us, which I like. I like that there is you know, like a sense of urgency here, and that just adds to the whole feel of this greater, bigger war, this battle that you get to be a part of. And I loved it. I loved every second. All right, 68 seconds, 74%. We got to make a big push here. Let's see if we can get up. That guy's trying to shoot through the hole in the wall. Didn't end well for him, so I'm not going to step up there. That's a bad idea. I will toss a grenade, though. We'll frag over the wall and see if we can grab anything. Doesn't seem like it. We got guys in the smoke, probably a bad idea, but we are moving it up to 94, 95%. Oh, God. I get shot from behind. Had I taken out that dude in front of me, maybe we could have pushed it, because now it's getting retreated 92. We got to stay on it. If we stay on it, we're okay. Cannot leave it. Stay on, we're okay. Grab the kill. It's a good defend there. Back up to 94, but mass explosions make us pay. Oh, gosh. 30 seconds since at 93. It's being walked back. Get up there. Get up there. 90, 89. Okay, where the heck is it? Stop rolling backwards. Oh, gosh. Yikes, yikes, yikes. We got dudes to the right. You can see them. Oh, right there. And they're just waiting for me to ascend and crest over that wall. 10 seconds, and I don't think we're going to make it. 87%, but the rush is real. We're trying as best we can. If we can have somebody on the tank, it'll be do or die, and as long as someone stays near the tank, it will stay alive, and then if no one's near the tank, that meter will go down. It's freaking unfilling faster than can be, and we get defeated. But that mode is so awesome, so it is absolutely a win. I loved War in Call of Duty World War II. I love the game in general. It is one of the biggest surprises, I think, at E3 because they came to play and they brought their A game, and I think you're going to like it. Let me know what you think of the gameplay in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you're pumped for Call of Duty World War II. Let me know if you want to see more gameplay. I got it, and we can talk about more elements. So far, so very freaking good. I was impressed. I'm calling it right now. War will be the best shooter mode of 2017. Thank you guys and girls for watching, though. Have a fantastic day. Until next time, I love you, and we'll see you all later.